There is one AI role that tells us something important about where the market is moving. Forward deployed engineer. You may have seen this appear more often lately in job posts, LinkedIn, engineering blogs from AI companies. And the natural reaction is to ask as, is this a new job role that I have to focus on? So should I become one? But that's not the most useful question. I don't want you to look at it only as a job title, but more importantly, look at it as a market signal. Because when a role like this gets attention, it's usually telling you something underneath the title. It's telling you what kind of engineer the market is starting to trust. And the signal here is fairly clear. The market is saying we don't only need people who can build isolated demos. We need engineers who can understand the real business problem, design AI workflow, integrate the tools, deploy the system, and make AI work inside the messy real world environment. So here's the line that I want you to hold on to for the next 10 minutes. Forward deployed engineer is not just about coding, it's about carrying the AI from idea to the working system in the customer's reality. So let's unpack what this actually means for your career. See, here's why it matters and why I want you to pay attention, even if you have never planning to apply the role with the same exact title. See, most people are learning AI right now, are learning the AI tools, LangChain, LangGraph, Crew AI, MCP, vector database, prompt engineering, a RAG demo, and agent demo. And to be clear, that's not wrong. These are real skills. You should learn them. But here's the uncomfortable part. The real roles, the ones that is closer to the actual business value, often demand something more than the tool knowledge. They demand business understanding, workflow mapping, system design, integration, reliability thinking, deployment, and communication. Now, let me say this plainly. If your AI learning stops at tools, your career signal stays weak. It's not because your tools don't matter, but because anyone can follow a tutorial. But what's rare and what companies are actually paying for is the ability to solve a problem inside the real construct or the real constraint. Companies do not only trust people who can run demos, they trust people who can solve problems inside the constraint. And that distinction is the entire video. Now, let's come back to the question that is, what exactly is a forward deployed engineer? Now, let's define it simply without any mistake. A forward deployed engineer is typically an engineer who work closer to the customers, who work close to business teams, operations teams, so that they can understand the real problem, deploy the technical solution directly into those customer environment. So they don't sit far away from the problem, they sit next to it. In an AI context, that work often looks like this, like understanding the customer's actual workflow, identifying where AI can genuinely help and where it can't help, designing the system, building the prototype, integrating the APIs, tools, and the data, deploying the solution component, debugging in real environment, not just in your laptop or clean notebook, and working with the product, engineering team, business team at the same time, and then explaining the trade off to stakeholders who don't think in tokens and embedding. Now, here is something which is very important. Different companies use different titles for this skill pattern. So, you might have seen people using the titles like forward deployed engineer, solutions engineer, AI solutions engineer, field engineer, customer engineer, applied AI engineer, sometimes AI consultant with engineering depth. So don't get attached to the label. The title may change, but the skill pattern is the one that actually matters. Now, this is where I want you to shift your thinking. Don't just ask only as how do I become an FDE? Ask instead, what does this role reveal about the future AI engineer? Because that's the more durable question. Titles will come and go. The underlying direction tends to stay. The future AI engineer is not only a framework writer, not only a notebook builder, is not only a demo creator. They are someone who call it as the problem translator, a system designer, a workflow builder, an integration engineer, a reliability thinker, and a stakeholder communicator. Now, here's the line that ties everything together. The AI engineer of the future is not just someone who knows the model, it is someone who can make models useful inside the system. Knowing the model is the entry ticket, making it useful inside a system, that would be your actual job. So, let me give you a framework that you can actually use it to direct your learning. And I call it as the forward deployed AI engineer skill stack. So, you can think about it in 6 layers. And most people learning the AI today are only practicing maybe one or two of them. So, that's the gap. So, let's walk through each of them. The skill number one is business and workflow understanding. So, before any model, before any framework, can you understand the real process, the real user, the real pain, the real constraint, the real outcome the business cares about? Now, this is a skill that most engineers skip because it doesn't feel technical, but it's a foundation. If you can't map the workflow, every clever system that you would build afterward, it might be solving the wrong problem in a beautiful manner. Skill number two, the AI system design. Can you choose the right approach for the problem? RAG, agents, fine tuning, plain API call, simple automation, or sometimes the traditional software with no AI at all. A system builder doesn't just reach out the most exciting tool, they reach for the one that fits the constraint. Knowing when to not to use an agent is itself a senior skill. And the third key skill is the integration and implementation. Can you actually connect the pieces, LLMs, databases, tools, APIs, front end, back end, services, queues, cloud services? See, a demo will live in a single file. A system lives across multiple moving parts that have to talk to each other in a reliable manner. This is where a lot of tutorial knowledge quietly falls apart, and this is where the real engineering begins. Skill number four, evaluation and reliability. Can you test grounding? Can you test tool behavior, latency, cost, safety, and most importantly, failure mode? Because in production, the question is never, does it work in the happy path? The question is, what happens when it doesn't? System builders design for the failure, not just the demo. And the fifth skill, deployment and operations. Can you think in Docker, API, cloud deployment, monitoring, logs, scaling, and rollback? A model which runs on your laptop is a proof of concept, but a model that runs reliably for real users with observability, with a way to roll back when something breaks, that's a system. And this is the layer, is what turns I built it into something which says as it's running. Skill number six, communication and translation. Can you explain your trade-offs to business users, product teams, and other engineers, and yes, the interviewers? This is the layer that quietly decides who gets trusted with bigger problem. If you can build a system but can't explain why you built it that way, your influence stays capped. And here's the line underneath this entire framework. This is why agentic AI should not be learned as a collection of tools. It should be learned as a system building discipline. Now, let me make this concrete with an example. Say a company wants an AI assistant for the internal support or operation. It's a common request. Now, this is something that you will see everywhere. A tool learner will straight away go ahead and say, as it's very easy to build, I'm going to build it with the help of LangChain and True AI. A forward deployed AI engineer hears the same request and starts asking the question, what workflow are we actually improving? What are the data sources are we allowed to use? Is this even a rack problem, or is this an agent workflow, or is it a simple automation, or is this a search problem? What actions can this system take on its own? What are the places where we would require the human approval? What happens when retrieval fails? How do we evaluate the answer quality? Where will this run? How will users give the feedback? And how will we measure whether it actually succeeded or not? See, the difference is not that one person knows more tools. The difference is one person sees the system. So, what does this mean for you if you're learning the AI in 2026? Don't chase tools. Build the skill stack. Learn the RAG. Learn agents. Learn APIs. Learn the system design. Learn the evals. Learn the deployment thinking. Learn to explain. And more importantly, learn to frame the business problem. And let me be realistic with you. You don't need to become every role at once, but you really need to stop learning the AI as disconnected pieces. The closer that your learning gets to real workflows, the stronger your career signal is going to become. That's the whole shift, guys. That's the shift from collecting the tools to connecting the system. This is exactly why I teach Agentic AI the same way I do inside the Manifold AI learning. Not as random demos, not as isolated tools, but as system, a specific path depending on where you are. We've got the Agentic AI Enterprise Mastery Bootcamp, which is the main path for you to build the production style Agentic AI system end to end. But if your gap is architecture and the trade off, we have got the AI Architect System Design. If it's the reliability, testing the Agentic AI system, if it's spotting the risk in the AI code review playbook, if it's explaining your decision clearly, the interview playbook, and if you want the external structured proof, we have the NVIDIA NCPI certification prep. So if you want to build the skill stack for the roles like forward deployed engineer, I would say the bootcamp would be the main path. If your gap is architecture, testing, interview, we have got this specialized accelerator program. All right, guys. So to close, if this video has helped you to see where AI engineer roles are currently moving, I've linked everything below in the description. Check out our programs. So use it if you want the structured path. No pressure. First have the direction, then have the clarity, then check if it matches your current gap. The title may change, the forward deployed engineer, AI solutions engineer, applied AI engineer, but the direction is clear. Engineers who can connect the AI to the real system will matter. System ship, demos don't. This is Nachiketh Murthy. I'll see you in the next one.